I'm ready.
Are you ready for a good
That's what I was doing. See, fucking Eric, man, knows him some AC/DC. He is half res. They love AC/DC, eh?
Half res?
Rockin' the res, AC/DC. You know what I love about res radio? Are we recording already?
Okay. Yeah.
I love res radio because you get weird shit. You're listening to it like, hey, coming up next, we're going to play Thunderstruck. But first, Agnes, call your mother. No, that's real. If you listen to res radio, that happens. It's great. If anybody wants to buy Indian tacos, Steve's selling them $5 a plate. So go see Steve. Anyways, more AC/DC.
Yeah.
Don't be racist, Clayton. Do your thing. That fucking Clayton thing.
Perform, monkey.
Hey, let me try it.
Go for it, man.
Hey, fucking internet people, welcome to the podcast. I'm Clayton T. I can't do it. It's dumb shit that you do. Just do your fucking thing.
Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, welcome to the Unusual Suspects podcast. My name is Clayton T. Stewart.
I'm Nelson Mayer. That's a pop, not a beer. Don't be racially stereotyping me.
Yeah.
And I'm Eric Hazelhurst.
Actually talking this time. Yay.
Yeah.
Or not.
You gotta quit this and shit, because I'm here too.
Yeah.
Terrible.
And a special guest for a second time in a row. I'm very excited.
Hey, wait. Cut him right off. Fuck that guy. Is he still a special guest if he's been on half the episodes? Because we've only had 3 episodes up till now. This is 4, which means he's on 2. So now he's like a permanent member. Unless we fuck him over and cut him out of the next one. So for now, I don't think he gets the special guest title. He had it last week, and then he fucking came back, and nobody invited him. He's just here.
Well, he's homeless. Of course.
Anyways.
Oh yeah, I'm Chris Basso.
And I love how Eric fucked that up again.
Such a
I'm sorry. I'll put my phone back on vibrate.
Tries to introduce himself. Eric somehow butts in. I love it.
So this might be a weird way to start, but last episode, we were talking about how I wanted to talk about this whole Willy Wonka situation.
Well, yeah, you came and said to us that you want to try a new bit because you have a booking coming up.
I do.
That you're very excited about.
It's not that I want to try a new bit. Here's the situation. I'm booked to do a show at an old folks home. I'm going to be entertaining some elderly people, and I'm looking forward to it. But I know that my material generally isn't what you would consider elderly people type material. Yeah. And I wanted to show an example of that because recently Gene Wilder passed away. Very funny Gene Wilder. Yep. And I was ranting about that, and I recorded it. Okay. Because I thought maybe this could be a potential comedy bit. And then as an example to you guys for why there's no reason why I should ever be booked to do a show at an old folks home. This is why. I'm going to keep that because that's a funny joke. So what was I talking about? About reading about Gene Wilder dying, and the paper just said that he died due to complications from Alzheimer's disease. And so I started fucking ranting about how that must mean that he fucking was sitting there eating raw meat and drinking bleach and shoving coat hangers in his fucking neck or something weird. Because that's, he's doing.
Even people with Alzheimer's don't do that.
No, but you do weird shit, right? Like you fucking,
jab yourself in the neck with a coat hanger.
Okay, I'm telling my fucking truth. You just don't know what's right, man. He's probably sitting there fucking dressed up like Willy Wonka, right? Pounding fucking chocolate into himself and eating fucking raw chicken. Because he fucking probably forgot he was a human. I don't know what he did. What do you do when you have Alzheimer's, right? You get fucking weird. You know what I mean? It's not just like, oh shit, I forgot to set my alarm clock. It's not like ADHD. It's worse than that. You know what I mean? You fucking think your fucking wife is your kid or something, Like weird shit like that happens. You ever seen that?
Yeah, but it's not like, oh fuck.
Yeah, like some Alzheimer's person
the shirt I have on needs to get hung up, so let me just stab myself with a coat.
Maybe, because a fucking Alzheimer's dude could be like, oh, hey, Billy, oh, remember when we used to bang? And meanwhile, it's her grandson, right? Because she's all sloppy and Alzheimer-y, right?
You don't want to do that.
No, but I'm just saying, you don't fucking know what happens with these Alzheimer's people, man. They're fucking weird. Right?
That's fucking horrible.
So Gene Wilder had him some fucking Alzheimer's, right? And maybe he fucking thought the chicken breast was the fucking cancer that killed his wife, Gilda Radner. And he's like, I will kill you, cancer. I will eat you all. I will save you, Gilda, even though she's dead for fucking 20 years, right? You don't know what he was doing. Sitting in the living room, jabbing fucking coat hangers in himself. You can't trust a guy doing something like that. I'm not saying he was. I'm just assuming. Complications due to Alzheimer's. What does that mean? Right? He must have done something fucking weird to himself.
You know, or maybe he was jerking off with a belt wrapped around his neck. I think when celebrities die that way, they just make shit up nowadays. Because I think Robin Williams fucking killed himself jerking off with a belt tied around his neck, and they just said it was depression and he hung himself because they're too embarrassed to say he was jerking off with a belt tied around his neck. Do you think that's possible?
Yes.
And I bet you fucking Gene Wilder, all Alzheimer, he was like, fuck, I'm going to beat off with this fucking belt tied around my neck. And then he died, and they're like, you can't fucking have that be the end of Willy Wonka. You need a better ending than that shit. Right? So they're like, oh, complications due to Alzheimer's. He was trying to put his pants on, and he fucking forgot how to put a belt on properly. Right? And you know, and he was peeing at the time, so his dick was in his hand. Complications due to Alzheimer's. That's what I think.
Oh my god.
Okay, first of all, I completely sit in judgment of myself having listened to that now.
Yeah.
I say fucking far too much. Okay?
Almost as much as Eric, yeah.
And I recognize that I'm going to need to write some new material. Not appropriate.
Yeah, I think either new material or that place is going to need to book someone new.
But you know what? Like, seriously.
They might be all telling me and forget.
Yeah, they'll be all Alzheimer and forgot they even booked me. Don't make me start again. I'm making me a bad person.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. When I read that, seriously, complications due to Alzheimer's. Like, really, what does that actually mean? There must have been something weird, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, because what complications can you get from Alzheimer's, really? It's not like a disease where you get, you know, like an infection or something like that. It's brain complications, is it not?
Unless you've been stabbing yourself with coat hangers or something
Well,
weird,
yeah,
right? Then it gets complicated.
I like to think that he went out in the Willy Wonka outfit and just started, like, serial killing kids. Like,
choking them out a little bit. The danger must be growing.
Just stuffing them full of candy. And being like, you wanted this.
Mm-hmm.
And doing the poem from the tunnel scene in Willy Wonka.
The danger must be growing, for the rowers keep on rowing, and they're certainly not showing any signs that they are slowing. That's fucking creepy if he was choking some little kid out while he's saying that. Stuffing lollipops in his face.
Hollywood should be paying us to write that horror movie right now.
Yeah.
That would be great.
It's a good idea.
I would watch that.
Poor child actors had to fucking put up with demented Willy Wonka. Speaking of child actors, when did you first decide you wanted to perform? What's your earliest memory of performing, Clayton?
Straight out of the womb, man. I came out kicking and dancing.
Fuck you.
There's no way you came straight out of the womb, and that was a fucking struggle for your mom for sure. You're like fucking...
Yeah, I was a C-section baby.
Of course you were. You were like fucking Alien from that movie. You just burst through. That's how I envisioned that shit. She couldn't contain it anymore, and all of a sudden that fucking arm popped out of her belly button, and you just pulled the rest of the way out.
I want to picture a more joyful thing, like Spaceballs. Hello, my honey.
Yeah,
hello, my baby.
No, you know what I'm picturing now? Remember fucking Total Recall?
Oh, God.
Remember fucking Quattro or whatever his name was? You look like him. Look at Clayton's face. Think about fucking that Quado or whatever. The little baby hands and shit. That's Clayton right there. He's fucking...
the machine.
Why does that Quattro? I don't know what his name was. Quado? Yeah, you look like fucking Quado. That's how you came out of your mom, just his belly. That's how I picture that happening. We have other people here today.
This is why there needs to be a balance. Eric, what was your earliest?
I was in a grade 4 choir.
Whoa. Okay, wait. You were in the choir.
Yes.
Up until grade 4.
Yeah.
But that's funny to me because I know that you had a very bad speech impediment up until grade 4. Yeah. So you must sound like a little deaf kid in the back. What song did you sing in the choir?
We sang the whole Candyman one.
The Candyman. That's what you... The Candyman, Tan. They just stuck him in the back beside the two loudest kids so you wouldn't have to fucking hear him. Sounding like a deaf kid screeching like a dolphin. That was Eric in the choir.
Amazingly enough, we did win silver medal in Winnipeg.
Not because of you. No. They would have won fucking gold if you dragged them down to silver level. Yeah. That's what happened. The Candyman. That's rude, Clay. Don't fucking make fun of that.
Silver medal in choir.
That's crazy.
I love that you were in choir, but yet you have this like allergic reaction to singing, as we saw in the Karaoke Madness video.
Yeah, you know, I at least knew the words for when I was in choir. You fucking dicks.
The Candyman, Tan. That's not the word. It was the Candyman, not the fucking Tandyman. Fucking Eric.
Candyman was what my dad used to teach me.
Okay. Skip that conversation.
Moving on.
Chris, did you have an early theatrical beginning?
Yeah, I got to star as Santa Claus in the school Christmas play.
It's white privilege. That's white privilege. How the fuck did you get to be Santa Claus? That's a coveted role. I had to play like rocks and trees and shit. And this guy's getting the fucking coveted role of Santa.
Yeah, I'm a fat dude and I never even played Santa. Like, how?
But if they needed somebody to play Quado, they would have fucking you in a heartbeat. Wow, you were Santa. What grade was that?
I think grade 4.
Everybody in grade 4, man. Was Eric in your choir? We went to a motor club.
Yeah, he would have been a tree.
That is great.
That's amazing.
My soul's dying a little.
Oh, fuck. You know, in high school, just remember this. Yeah. In high school, we did a play where we all had to play like vegetables. Okay. And I don't remember the purpose, but we were vegetables. And we had to do this play for the elementary school across the street. This is an absolutely true story. Okay. The teacher assigned the roles to us, okay? And I think I was like a pumpkin or something. Don't matter. But the only black kid in the school was my buddy Jermaine. Yeah. And she had him play an eggplant.
Oh, my God. Wow.
Now, at the time, we all thought it was funny, but she must have known what she was doing. I think she did that shit on purpose. Jermaine, black kid, was the eggplant. That's funny. Do you know why that's funny?
Yes.
Eric, why is that funny? Tell the studio audience.
I'm not going to go into racism.
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
All white privilege-y.
All white privilege-y. Fucking Chris got to be Santa.
That upsets me.
Yeah. Did you fucking do well? Did next year were you a tree?
No, next year we ended the whole Christmas pageantry and had to do the Lion King as our Christmas concert.
They started celebrating Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
We all got these white glow-in-the-dark gloves, and they shone a black light on us, so grade 5 was probably the right time. Any later, and that would have been disastrous.
Yeah. Early junior high would have been terrible for a black light.
That's great.
Just white hands and other stuff. Oh, that's terrible. We were speaking of jerking off. I was telling you about because we were talking about you were all upset that Swank isn't readily available.
Holy fuck! You sound like a big sloppy perv. I've never been.
I make you sound like that.
Oh, hold on. You're like you get really upset you couldn't get a copy of Swank. Number one, porn is all over the internet now. I wouldn't pay for a magazine. I don't understand why they still sell it.
Okay.
Church me out. You know, you want to beat off, go online. It's easy. You can Google that shit. Even when you're not looking for it, man, you can Google shit and get it. As an aside, I used to burn DVDs. Okay, I was a bad guy. Am I incriminating myself? Everybody did it. Fuck it. And I was at work doing the covers for them. I print out covers for these DVDs. Mm-hmm. And I recently burned a copy of the Vin Diesel movie Triple X. Mm-hmm. And I'm at work, and I work for the government. The office of, I'm not going to say. I work for the government. Yeah. And I'm at work. I'm like, I'm going to print out this cover for this movie Triple X. Not even thinking. I just typed Google. I just typed Triple X cover in my search engine, and I hit enter, and I get Triple X, like hardcore penetration government office, and I immediately shut it down. I walk into my boss's office. I sit down and I say, "So, in case it comes up, here's what happened." Because government servers monitor that shit. Yeah, that was a dumb thing to do. I had a point. Swank. I was never a big. I'm just saying.
Well, we were in the convenience store the other day, and there was no Swank on display, and you seemed to take that.
Well, I remember back in the day, I used to live across the street from that store, and Mark, some guy, he used to go there and buy all his porn from there, and he used to be a big reader of the Swank magazine. So I'm looking back behind the counter, and I see they got Playboy, they got Penthouse, that kind of stuff, and I was like, just remarking on how they don't seem to have Swank anymore. Apparently it's not a thing.
Yeah.
And you told me...
Yeah, well, I was...
We have other people here, by the way.
Feel free to jump in at any time, boys. But, one of the first sort of porno mags that I ever got was a copy of Swank that my mom gave me.
I'm tired of you taking my Sears catalog. So here, not only do I want you to learn about the birds and the bees, I want you to see what a woman's pancreas looks like. Because Swank held nothing back.
No.
Nothing back. And they ripped everything open. In fact, I think it came with it was like a pop-up book. It was the world's first pop-up porno mag. This is a 3-page fold-out and extra insert.
Yeah, very early 3D.
Swank, your mom really went all out when she hooked you up with porn. Wow. You were making a mess in the laundry room, I think. She's like,
I think she wanted me to be pre-med, so...
Yeah.
The easiest way to learn.
See, all I got was the one Playboy I stole from my dad, and then the next week, mysteriously, the box was moved. So I was jerking off to Pam Anderson for 10 solid years.
Jesus, no.
I have that Playboy.
Oh, God. No, my dad left a big box of porn, and he just left it behind. I was selling them at school for $10 a magazine. St. John's. I was making good money.
You stole porn from your dad and sold it at the school.
Yeah.
$10 a mag. Entrepreneur.
Nice.
That's awesome. Then you jerked off to stolen porn. Just all stealthy little fucking porno ninja over here. Come in, the box is gone. I love that. They moved the box. I was gonna reload. I was done with this Pam Anderson.
I was gonna, like a library. I was gonna return one copy, take another. Maybe check out a 12-year-old videotape. Who knows?
But you got
now, when you say 12-year-old videotape,
let's
clarify. You mean 12 years old physically, like it's a really old video, not a video featuring
correct
12-year-olds.
Oh, God.
Again, for any Winnipeg police that are listening to this podcast,
fuck the police.
if they haven't been put up already.
Why would anybody listen to this fucking shit, let alone cops? They're not listening to this crap.
No.
We're kind of a big deal.
Are we?
We are.
And maybe in his mind.
No, I'm talking about we recently went on a comedy trip to New York. We perform across Canada and in the U.S. We've done coast to coast in the U.S.
That's true, we have.
Yeah, L.A. and New York.
Let's introduce this and let Chris talk about this, because the kickoff to our tour, we went to New York City and we went to Cleveland and wherever the fuck else we went. We went everywhere. Yeah, everywhere. We started the shows in Minnesota, town called Alexandria, and
Tennessee Roadhouse.
Which what's her name that runs it?
Connie Lee.
Hey, and she's
former
actually
country singer.
A pretty big deal at one point. She runs this place. So the guy that set up the show for us didn't really give us all the details on it, did he, Chris?
No, he didn't really mention that it was in the Bible Belt region of the States. And about half an hour before, he said, "You know, guys, I forgot to tell you, but keep it kind of clean. They want kind of a clean show tonight."
Kind of a clean show.
Yeah, I realized during my set that they wanted family-friendly material.
G-rated clean. Christian rated
Disney clean, yeah.
And I mean, I cover all kinds of light material, like being poor and going to the dump, but it quickly gets into, growing up poor, doing drugs, and I think we were getting into sex toys when she finally asked if I had any G-rated material.
Yeah.
They love the drug stuff, and particularly the shaving the balls thing.
Yeah.
That was fantastic.
Yeah, Connie Lee was not
a lovely lady, though. A lovely lady.
Absolutely.
But the person that booked it did not give us enough details on that one.
Yeah.
The rest of the tour was great. We ended up in New York City.
We did.
I did some street comedy, or attempted to.
Yeah.
That's the best thing about New York. You can sit there on the corner trying to do comedy to people, and they just ignore the shit out of you and just keep walking by. You're just another crazy person in the streets.
Yeah, by Coney Island, the what's that big Ferris wheel thing called?
Wonder Wheel or something?
Wonder Wheel, yes. We went and saw the Wonder Wheel, and you did some comedy for some people who did not give a hoot.
Yeah, I tried.
You did try.
College try.
And it was an interesting trip. That was also the trip that Clayton fell down, go bum.
Go on YouTube, Fatty Goes Splatty. It's amazing. Fatty Goes Splatty.
It's the best thing ever. I just want to record. I want to quit comedy and just follow you around and keep trying to trip you and fucking record you falling, because it's the best thing that's ever happened in my life. Yeah. And I'm just love that Chris was filming it.
Yeah.
I gotta ask something. I wasn't on the New York trip, but what's up with you? And the moment you're in a hotel room, you're like down to your underwear. Like, what's up with that?
Oh, that's
Clayton's like a giant toddler. The second he has an opportunity, everything comes off.
And
he just sits in a corner eating cookies. Falling on his tits.
The last time you were like literally standing 6 inches away from me, I'm like, dude, could you at least put a shirt on? You're like, what? You don't like this? It's like, no, man, you remind me of my father. It's weird. I don't like this at all.
So on that New York trip, speaking of how big Clayton is and everything, on that New York trip, there were a few nights where we all slept in the car. We had 5 of us in this car, including Clayton, who takes up, hey, you skipped your fucking little school play thing. What did you play? I had a fucking joke about your shit. And you skipped it, you rat bastard.
My big role was playing Bottom the donkey in Midsummer Night's Dream.
That's awesome. And I love that because usually in school plays when there's a donkey, there's two people playing the role, but with Clayton they're like, you can have both halves of the donkey. Swish got to do the joke after all. That's fucking 20 minutes. We can shut this shit off now, right?
I like how it's a fight every single time. But yeah,
One sec, let me try. So that's been the Unusual Suspects. I've been Clayton Stewart.
Let's keep that laugh. Let's intro the podcast with that laugh and not explain what the fuck it is. Just leave it there. That was great.
Wow. I don't know why I turned into Michael Jackson.
You know, Michael Jackson gets a bad rap all the time, but let me just say this about him, okay? Because when I listen to Michael Jackson, my honest opinion, I think that guy was like one of the most incredible singers of all time.
Absolutely.
My honest opinion.
Yeah.
Okay? And I just think a lot of people give him a hard time because he used to touch kids, maybe, right? Like, maybe he did. But I'm just thinking, like, maybe if somehow molesting kids is like the source of his power, right? You know, like Freddy Krueger, the souls of the children give me strength. Maybe molesting kids made him stronger and a better singer. And I'm just saying, if we would have just let him have a few more kids, maybe we could have another Thriller out of him, right? We could have got another Thriller. It's not the most popular opinion, probably, but that's how I stand on the whole Michael Jackson thing. Can we wrap this shit up?
Well, thank you for tuning in to the last podcast we're probably going to be doing.
Yeah.
If we don't get shut down for that, I don't know what we will get shut down for. But that will bring it to a close. As I always say, if you're in the Winnipeg area and want to come out and see live stand-up comedy, we're at Shannon's Irish Pub, 175 Carlton, every Sunday night, and now Thursdays coming up soon. Might even be running by the time this airs. But so stay tuned to the Unusual Suspects on YouTube and Facebook for more. That'll bring it to a close. For the Unusual Suspects, my name is Clayton T. Stewart.
Whoa, sugar tits, hold up here. We're promoting stuff. And since this is going to be airing like probably 2 days before the Lucky Sevens show, let's mention that shit.
Right. Yes,
but you've already said your goodbyes, so you're done. Clayton's not allowed talking. Lucky Sevens, October 23rd, Shannon's Pub, 8 p.m. Contact me for tickets, or Eric and Clayton. They may have some too. And it's going to have a whole bunch of very funny people on the show, and also Scott Players. And I'm Nelson Mayer.
And I'm Chris Basso.
And I'm Eric Hazler. Just want to say Scott Porteous is really funny, and you should check him out.
Fuck that Scott.
Wow.